What is going on, YouTube? We are back with another Water Change Wednesday. If you're just joining us, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell while you're at it. But today we are talking about the Aquatic experience. We got back on Sunday night, and oh boy, was it a long weekend. We're also live streaming on Instagram. In case you're not familiar, we do a pregame show on Instagram. You should all check it out. Usually 5 to 10 minutes before we go live here on YouTube, we start going there and just you know, shooting the stuff. All right, so I'm just gonna share real quick to our page on Facebook. But what's going on? We're gonna see everybody come in here. What's up, Francisco? Or yeah, Francisco on Instagram. When will the article come out? Fancy, I'm working on it. Actually, so the website's getting a new overhaul, and one of them is a page editor, and in which case I'm editing where the blogs are going to sit just so they look better. At least I think so. So we're gonna try that, but it's gonna be a little bit. Probably looking like middle of December. I'll have it all maybe wrapped up. And we are live. Okay, everybody now knows between Facebook, Instagram, and the YouTubes. What's going on? Aquascape Lynn, Chris's Fish Room, Albie, Daniel, Nepa, Mary Beth, and Floyd. What's going on? What's up, Vino from California? Welcome, welcome, welcome. So let's, what do you guys want to know about the Aquatic experience, I should say? Does anybody have any particular questions? I will say I met a lot of YouTubers there, which was a lot of fun. We met everybody from my aquarium box. That's what's everybody's? Greg Jones, Mass Aquariums, Aaron's Aquariums from the UK. He was there. It was very nice to see them guys. First time meeting them. Also met Corey. I saw Flip again, of course. Flip was at Reefapalooza. Rob from Flip Aquatics, and he was there for this event, so it was nice. What else? There was Jimmy from Aquarium Co-op was also there. A couple other YouTubers too, a couple other smaller channels, but it was just nice to see everybody hanging out. Hey, calm down, honey. Dogs are acting up as usual. So, did you have a booth? I did not have a booth. I was actually walking around filming, live streaming. We were live on Instagram and Facebook. We didn't go live on YouTube just because I'm making a video for YouTube, so I didn't want to do both a live stream and a video. I figured let me just make a nice video, which the way I'm going to do it is much different than I think everybody else is doing it. They're all doing like a vlog type style or something, so I think you guys will like it. I don't know if it's going to be this week's video or possibly the following week's video. Haven't decided yet, but yeah, so we'll have a full video kind of showcasing some of it, not all of the show. The show was really big. Well, I could have probably covered it in a very long video. It probably would have been extremely boring in that case. So I want to make it nice. Hey, come here, stop it. So I want to make it nice so you guys can experience it and not get overdosed on it, essentially, and wanting more for next year. Because next year it's actually going to be in New Jersey, literally 15 minutes away from my house. So, if you're in the tri-state area or you're thinking about flying out to go to the event next October, definitely do so. I am planning on having some sort of booth. Haven't decided exactly what it's going to be yet. Maybe some sort of competition, maybe just nice tanks, maybe selling stuff. I don't know. We'll see. It's awesome meeting you. Oh yeah, V-Stag was there. What's up, V-Stag? Welcome, welcome. Any news for Black Friday sales? So, I'm kind of toying with a couple ideas right now. I will say I will announce the sale the Wednesday. Well, okay. So I'm hoping that I could live stream the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. So that's the 22nd. I'm hoping. We are hosting Thanksgiving this year, so with all that, I have to prep everything. And even though I'm a vegetarian, I am cooking the turkey. It doesn't make much sense, but before I stopped eating meat, I was a really good chef, so I'm going to cook the turkey. Kind of redundant, but yeah. Also, So I don't know if that night I'm going to have time. We're also either going to have our delivery coming in that Wednesday, or we're going to have it coming in the Thursday of the previous week, which is next week. So I'm not 100% certain exactly what the Black Friday is going to be. But if you want to know what the sales are, be sure to tune into the Instagram and the Facebook. We're also going to be doing a giveaway very shortly on both, and we're going to be announcing the sales there. Hey! And there might be some sort of, the sale might be, like, there might be a certain number of codes, one maybe for like 40% off, 30% off, 25% off, 20% off, stuff like that, but it may have a limited number of usages. So the sale post will detail all of that. So, did you make it to Rob's booth? I did. I was hanging out with Rob from Aquatics, Aquarium Co-op. I was hanging out with them. Having a good time. Also, after hours, we all went out to eat Friday night. So Friday night, we all went out to eat, and then we were literally there until they closed the place, which was kind of funny. And then I went back to my hotel room, and then Saturday, I was supposed to join them for dinner, but then I got sidetracked with networking because there's just tons of people there. And you know, you got to make those connections and, you know, build more relationships with other companies and all that. So I got sidetracked with a couple other things, but then we all went to see Thor Ragnarok Saturday night with actually a couple fans, so it was pretty cool. They were Corey's fans, of course, but it was cool that he did that and all that. So it was nice meeting everybody there. Hey Justin, did you have a nice trip back from AE show? I was glad to meet you and talk to you before the show ended. Definitely. Petsotics, it was nice meeting you too. And unfortunately our plane on the ride home got delayed, and that was something that I was trying to avoid, because instead of flying into Chicago, we flew into Milwaukee, and that was a small airport, and I figured Chicago is a hub, much like Newark over here is, along with the other New York airports. And I figured that if we flew into a small, like a small airport, we wouldn't be delayed. So we weren't delayed going there, but then we were an hour and a half delayed going back home. And then it just took for, like, the flight overall was short, but it just took forever. Plus I had to go get the dogs from the babysitter and everything else that we did. So it was madness. Christian, we're going to be being joined by a special guest here shortly. Gavin says, what fish died? So, if you're not tuning into our Instagram, I posted last night that we had a little incident in one of our tanks. I'm not going to go through it in this live stream. We will touch on it in a video. That may be this week's video. But I wanted to go more in depth in it than just do a live stream, because not many people are going to watch the live stream. So, do you know where in New Jersey is the next aquatic experience? Well, that is going to I believe it's Secaucus, which is the same place Reefapalooza was this year, and it's where it has been the last several years. So it's literally like 15 minutes away from my house, which is awesome, because that means I can have a ton of things ready to go, have them all brought here and stored, and then brought there. Let's see. Will the Black Friday sale include the subscription monthly plant boxes? I don't know yet. The problem with the subscription boxes is they are so heavily discounted that I had to, like, if you are just now joining, you know, the H2O Army and checking out what we're offering, the monthly plant pack, the monthly subscription box of plants. Oh, somebody's here. Margaret's here, I think. So the monthly box at $30 a month is significantly discounted. The retail price of plants plus shipping, it's actually fairly good, a fairly good deal. But also on top of that is the packaging that comes along with it, the presentation. It all adds up, right? And I had to remove the 1 year, the 6 month, and the 3 month subscription because they were so discounted even more that just you lose money on it, which I realized. So the people that got those deals keep them, but I had to remove them off the website because, yeah. So if I do any sort of discount, it may only be for like that first month. I don't know. We'll see. But just know that it's a good deal to begin with. It's $30. It includes shipping. So, like, you know, right off the bat, you're getting a pretty decent deal. Let's see. Chris Aquatics on Instagram says, please, H2O Plants, follow me. I'm a big fan. I love your store, please. Chris, I can't follow you in the live stream, but I'll definitely check it out afterwards. One River Life says it was nice to meet you. Thank you. Somebody has... Oh, shut up, Jake. Jake said, butthole. How come you decided to stop eating meat? Just a bunch of different reasons. What's up, Gary? Gary made this cool art piece, which I want to get from him, so I gotta message back, Gary. Sorry. A little busy. Little busy. What's up, Beta Storm? Alright. So, boom. So, so a couple things with the aquatic experience. It was fun. There was one incident, though, with the children's scaping contest. Unfortunately, the people that were putting it on accidentally filled a lot of these freshwater tanks with salt water, and it was just a catastrophe. It killed some fish that were in there, as well as a lot of the fish were actually the kids' pets. So it really sucked. That was a major downer when I heard about that. I was like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. But you know, they I guess fixed it. I don't know. You know, a couple of them did die. Who knows? That's it was sad though to hear. On top of that, you had other events for the kids, which was nice. The sea lions, which were really cool. You also had like a touch tank. It's almost like going to a little aquarium, all on its own. What else? There's some really cool display tanks set up too. Some of these booths had decent ones, and then some booths didn't have anything, which made no sense. I was just like thinking to myself, you go to a convention like that, and there was booths that had nobody occupying them. It literally was just like a stack of magazines. Here you go, and I'm like, how do you run business like that? That makes no sense. But yeah, can you help me about my platy fry? My platy fry just don't eat my fry food. I do not know where I can get live food or frozen food for fish fry. I don't know with raising a fry, really. You could try taking other food that you have and grind it up and see. Will some of the monthly deals be curated? Brooklyn Hardscapes. It might be if you guys ever get here. Do they have beer on tap? No, but it was so expensive. I paid $5 for a bottle of water. It was the most expensive bottle of water I've ever drank. So it was pretty crazy. Oh, actually, while we touch on the hardscapes, though, Christian brought up a good point. I think there's one or two signature scapes left on the website. Right now, if you buy them, you get a $15 gift card free. It pretty much adds itself on. You just have to give it a second to load into your cart when you go to checkout, and it'll be in there. But you get $15 back. You can spend that on whatever you want, but do purchase the hardscapes separate from everything else. I had one person purchase it with wood. The problem with the hardscapes is we basically take them, we box them up, and that's all that fits in that box, so there's nothing else that we could possibly fit in there. So I'd upgrade the size of the box, whatever, with that order. But like, we can't put plants in there, and you know, that has to be ordered separately. So just know that if you order the signature scapes, those are coming separate, because they'll also crush plants. If it ever rolls, those rocks are so heavy it'll crush everything. So that's not good. You don't want to crush plants. Do you plan on having a booth next year when it's in New Jersey? I do. Is all your moss submerged grown? Thanks in advance. It depends on the moss. Why did you cut your hair? Because I felt like it. Let's see. What are some easy plants that will grow while floating? Water Sprite, Kabamba, Anacris. Really? No? Really? Water Wisteria will also grow. A lot of stem plants will grow while floating, even though that's not like the proper way to plant them, but you can. Other floating plants like dwarf water lettuce, duckweed, frogbit, stuff like that, yeah. Are you sick? You sound sick. Hope that doesn't seem offensive to you. Nope, I am sick. I got sick while I was in Chicago. It was 25 degrees colder than it is here, and yeah, I got sick. I'm almost done. Almost done being sick, but not quite. Honey, really? Knock it off. I am sick, though. Okay, they're still not here yet. My special guest is not here yet. How do you feel, or what's your opinion on cultured tissue plants? They're good sometimes, like when they don't die on you. Sometimes they do. They're very tricky. They're also a pain in the butt to ship. But they're good. You get a lot in the tissue cultures. Unfortunately, I killed all mine. My fridge froze them all. So there's a certain temperature that they can go down to, and then it died. Any ideas in keeping crypts? My crypt keep melting the leaves. Depends on the type of crypt. Depends on your tank conditions. If anything, you're gonna have to message me. But crypts, there's such a thing as crypt melt. A lot of more people make it more exaggerated than it is. But crypts do melt occasionally when they're put into a new setup. So yeah, that occasionally happens. Would not be weird if they were newly introduced and it just happened. Give it some time, it'll normally rebound. But could also be your tank conditions. You're welcome, BH Aquatics. Is Hygropenifida, I'm pronouncing that wrong, harder to grow than other hygros? I heard it is prone to phosphate deficiency. It grows much slower than other hygros, in my opinion. I had it, and it did grow a lot slower than the other ones that I had. But it's a nice plant. I have to get it again because I lost it when I moved. Why are your dogs trolling you? I don't know. They're trolls. My doggies be trolling. Supposedly they're getting food and I'm not. Man, they're lucky dogs. So one thing that I didn't go to at the aquatic experience was all the talks, which I don't know. Talks really don't. I mean, a lot of people go to the talks, but they don't really resonate with me. Is Margaret making dinner? Not for you, Brooklyn Hardscapes. Probably Christian. Christian is asking. Christian, you don't get dinner. You don't get dinner until you get on camera and dance for me. They came for you. That's what it is. Let's see. No problem. Suhai? Is that how you say it? So the it was weird though. The aquatic experience, there was so many after hour things going on that you didn't know where to like go to, because so many like little crowds formed like in the lobbies of the hotel. So many people went to like, you know, dinners, like I explained earlier. We went to dinner with Corey and all that. But like, you know, there's just so many different crowds, so many different people to interact with. You just like, it was like a mental overload. Each night I was going to bed at essentially 4 a.m. my time, and then waking up by like 9 to get ready for the next day. So it was a mental overload, but that's also because I chose to maximize my time with networking with other people rather than sleep. That's probably why I got sick too. I set up a small 15-gallon pond outdoors that gets like 2.5 hours of sunlight, and all the boosters and the newest I put in there are having beautiful colors. Oh, that's awesome. Congratulations. Congrats on finding the ammonia you could grow. I was in the same boat as you, so I will have to try it. Yeah, actually, the ammonia that I posted today on Instagram is insane. It just grows so fast. I'm actually going to be using it in a scape that I'm doing Friday since I'm off of work. I have a white/variegated Anubis, very small. Does the variegation indicate that I need more or less fertile or light? It depends on the type of Anubis it is. It may be naturally variegated like that. What is the reddest rotala, and also what are some other stem plants that are red besides Ludwigia and Alternia? Well, you have crypts that are red. You have many of the rotalas are red, of course. But the reddest rotala, I would say, is either the butterfly mini or the macandra. Any of the macandras are really red. What else? There's some Ammonia species, which I'm currently growing, trying to get more growth out of them, because they are they're very difficult to grow. The Ammonia that I posted today on Instagram and Facebook is extremely easy. The best one I've had yet. But then I have two other ones. I have Gracilius and Senegalasis or something like that I'm growing as well. They're actually growing for me now, but it was terrible. What else? I said Crips, right? Red Kabamba. And there's some, like, Polyokim is like a pink. And then there's also the Salpawa, which is another reddish stem plant. There's several red plants on the website. Hey! 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 Kick her butt. Honey! Hey! Knock it off. Thunderball Aquatics, what's up, Justin? Having fun in AE, or having fun at hanging at AE, definitely. Hanging out with Thunderball. Milf Lover says, I love you too. Have you seen Shippery's tanks on IG? They are amazing. Yep, I was actually talking to him earlier. I've been talking to him because his tanks are truly inspirational. I love his immerse setup. I actually want to mimic it in a tank that I'm doing. So I'm using it as my inspiration behind what I want to do. With a tank that I already have set up. You guys just haven't seen it in a while. So, it's going to be interesting to see. Roger says, did I see somebody? I did. And I will not mention his name. Oh, somebody's at my window. Hi. Back door. Shout out. The next aquatic experience is in Hammond Meadows, 355 Plaza Drive, Secaucus. Yep. I believe that's the same place Reefapalooza was held. We'll see. I think they're coming to the door, maybe. Coming in. Who knows? Do you sell ferts on your website? I do. I sell Vital and Vital X, which I normally have a bottle around here, but I don't. And I also sell Thrive S. So Vital is good. Oh, actually, a new segment we're going to do during the live streams. This live stream is sponsored by Vital. You can find it on h2oplants.com. There you go. Shameless plug. Vital, Vital X, and Thrive S. So regular Vital is good for the low-tech, low-light tanks with no CO2. It's a diluted formula. Essentially, if you just want to break it down how it is, it's more diluted than Vital X, which has more nutrients. But I found that a lot of people that use Vital X in a tank that is low light, if you use the regular dosage and you don't have fast-growing plants or CO2 or anything to boost it, you sometimes can get algae from just overdosing nutrients. So you want to cut back if you get Vital X, but essentially it's just a more souped up variation of Vital. And then Thrive S is, while Vital and Vital X are shrimp safe, they're shrimp safe at the right proportions. If you use too much or tweak your dosing, you can kill your shrimp from it, because it does have things that if put in such high dosages can kill them. So Thrive S is a variation of a fertilizer that is good for shrimp. It's very diluted compared to the other two, and it's just overall shrimp safe. It doesn't have any, try to pick this up, any things that can harm them. So those are the three fertilizers we sell, as well as we sell root tabs, which I do recommend. Root tabs are great for plants. They do great. What do we have thanks new and exciting this week? Well, we have a bunch of things new that's going on. There's a tank set up behind me, which you can't see on Instagram, but if you head on over to Facebook or YouTube, you can. And that tank is doing quite well. And yeah, we're gonna have a bunch of new things going on here, but you're gonna have to stay tuned for some videos. Is your fertilizer better than Corey's from Aquarium Co-op? Walter, come here. Walter. Hey, hey, come here. Come here. Walter. Walter. Hey, come here. Oops. Come on. Come on. You close that door? Yeah. Okay. Easy, easy. Walter.
We were watching you the whole time.
Walter.
The whole time.
Hey. Hey, pups. Let's try to bite you.
We've been watching you the whole time.
Nice. Well, we got my buddies here. These are the special guests. Fashionably late, as always.
What you talking about? Bumper to bumper all the way
hey,
here.
You're lucky I came here, right? I wasn't even supposed to come.
Listen, I missed your pretty face.
Oh, I missed you too.
I was missing my little spoon at AE.
I kind of missed that. I missed the bun. Pal. What happened to the bun?
I decided to cut it off.
Oh, bro, that was the best part, though.
It was, but yeah, it was gonna take too long to grow out.
Oh, you got the multi.
Oh, you're not supposed to reveal that. It's a secret.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And that's not. It's not those. It's something else. It's the other ones.
Got you. All right,
Yeah.
that didn't happen, guys.
Hit the like button. V-Stack says definitely. So we're joined. If you guys don't know who these guys are, these are the boys at Brooklyn Hardscapes. Kevin Kelly there is petting my dog, and his little Christian fishy.
What you mean, little?
Little.
Hey, guys, stand up real quick.
You're shorter than he is.
Stand up real quick.
You're
Who's
shorter
little?
than he is.
Stand up real quick. Who's little? Come on.
So, Famous Jones says, how did the Aquascaping contest go?
I ran into a lot of glitches.
Yeah.
It didn't go very well this year for me, but I would say all the escapes were good. Were really good. It was the best year. One of the best competitions I've done up in the States.
Definitely. There was amazing talent there.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. There was just incredible aquascapers there. Some things that, if you follow us on Instagram and Facebook, you'll see, actually starting tomorrow, you'll see all of them. I took videos and pictures of every single one, multiple angles, hopefully captured the...
I'll be doing a critique of all the tanks over the next couple weeks as well.
Yeah?
Probably make some friends.
Oh. You can critique them on my Instagram post. There you go. I actually have to find out who did most of them. Like, I know a couple of them, but, like, I don't know who any of these people are, so it's...
Oh, we got you coming up.
Yeah. When I post it up, I'm gonna post the ones that I do know first, and then hopefully, like, I'm like, oh, does anybody know who this person is? So. Yeah.
Do you have food by any chance?
Do I have food?
Yes.
What type of food? I have
Anything
Hot Pockets in the freezer.
I could go for hot pocket.
Okay, you could go make it though.
Oh, come on.
Yep. Sorry. It's self-serve.
Oh, yeah.
Unless Margaret's up there and you want to ask her, but she's dealing with a sick child that's throwing up. So.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I'll wait.
How's my baby doing?
Your baby good. you're going good.
We'll see when it's born with green eyes.
Yeah. Oh. We'll see. I have bets on who the real dad is.
Green eyes or blue eyes?
Or just darker skin. Who knows? It could be anybody. I don't know. We all of a sudden Margaret's cousin's friend, who is black, started coming around, and all of a sudden my girl gets pregnant, and he has the hots for my girl. I'm like, well, if the baby comes out with darker skin than I am, then I know who's the daddy.
Well, for $5,000, I can fix that problem. I do love this toy.
You know, I think it's mad.
Don't break it.
It.
Has anyone heard of glowfish sharks? Yeah, they actually had them at the AE. So
Wait, glowfish or?
glowfish sharks, the glowfish that
Genetically altered fish.
Yeah, they now have sharks.
Bowler sharks or desert sharks?
Tricolor, I thought, wasn't it?
Something like that.
So those are the bowlers.
Yeah.
Wow, that is so weird. Why would they do that?
Are they content creators as well? Well, these guys have Brooklyn Hardscapes on Instagram, YouTube, right?
Yeah, we just started putting up YouTube
And
videos.
and Facebook. But they're also going to be working with me to create scapes for the website. The signature scapes that we like kind of soft launch a few weeks ago, just to give it a trial run to see how they sold. These guys will actually be creating them in the future. And Kevin, is a professional aquascaper for all intents and purposes, as well as an artist. So And Christian is.
Oh, thanks, pal. You should. It's okay. You don't have to.
You do realize.
Christian's the little spoon.
Yes, he's the little spoon. You do realize though that the curse of the Amano jacket is what happened here at this AE, right?
I don't know.
You didn't show up. You didn't wear the jacket.
I don't know. What
you lost again.
I'm sorry.
That's not true. I got Sportsman Award.
Ah, see, we got the Sportsman.
That's what they give to losers, okay?
Why you gotta be so mean for?
Because Kevin's a big guy. He can take it. Plus, we all know the rule is Kevin can't win.
Right.
It's just Kevin cannot
Never
win.
happens.
Kevin cannot and will not win. Who's calling me? I don't even know who that is.
I'll be so confused if I ever do win.
Hey,
Yes.
Everyone. Are they Hey everyone. Hi Aquatic.
What's up, Aquatic Tanks?
Wait, is that? Well, where is that from? That's from.
What?
Well, where's that feed from? Is that from YouTube?
That's a YouTube feed.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got Instagram here.
And then what is that in the bottom? That's Facebook.
No, this is just the YouTube stream, so I can make sure that it's like not broken.
Oh, gotcha.
And also, so I can see how many people we have, which we have 46 people watching. There you go.
Wow.
So last live stream, Kevin had right. It was last live stream. Or was it?
So,
Yeah, last week.
Oh yeah. No. Was it?
Yeah, last week with Alex.
No,
It was the week before.
No, last week because I came to get the Hardscape.
Oh yeah, and you
For,
did you jump on the live stream?
I did jump on the
Okay.
live stream.
So Kevin was on the live stream last week, towards the end of it, like the last 15 minutes, and we had a lot of questions that came in directly for him. So, how many years of experience do you have now?
I started keeping planted tanks in 2003.
Okay, so he's got over a decade worth of knowledge. So if any of you have particular questions, I think that would be a good time to ask, and we still have some time left before we have to get to work. So ask away. Feel free. Let's see what some people are saying here on Instagram. Do you still do you still have the plants that were sent in the first plant pack? Which were they? You can go back to the video to get all the species, but I believe it was Crypt Undulata, Crypt Wendiddy Red, and Crypt... I don't remember the other one. Oh, Crypt Petchy. And I may be out of them on the website, but I can have more come in.
You're gonna have to help me with this reply. I don't know what to say.
Does he have any tanks running at his house?
Who, Kevin?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he has like 8 tanks going. It's
Well, yeah, breaking them down. I had 12, now I'm down to 8 or 9.
They're all what, nano sized?
Yeah, I don't like big tanks. I guess the best example I can use is when I was learning to play hockey. I learned to play with a puck that was a quarter the size.
Right.
So I practice in nano tanks because when I hit a big tank, it's so much easier. I can move faster because nano tank, I'm a big guy. I'm 6'5", 230. Working in like a 7-gallon tank, it's very slow, very tedious because I can't get in there.
Yeah.
So it makes everything I do a little more precise, a little faster.
Not only that, I feel like, which I'm starting to realize, Nano is essentially maybe better in some cases, especially for aquascaping, because one, you have a lot more space then because you can do several versus just one big one, and then you're kind of stuck with it. And I feel like I get the itch looking at the big tanks. I'm like, oh, I want to do a new one, and now I'm out of space. I don't have enough space to do anymore. So I feel like Nano aids itself to that, and they're cost effective too.
Yes.
They don't require nearly as much as the bigger tanks do to set up.
30 pounds goes a long way of sewer stone, for instance.
Yeah. That's why I look at it. I'm like, how do people aquascape these huge tanks? It's like it must cost a fortune, you know.
I've seen his work, so I can only imagine how beautiful they are. Oh yeah,
I don't think I haven't. Have you posted anything on Instagram lately of yours? I haven't seen
No,
anything.
I've been experimenting with some new stuff, trying different new aqua soils. Like my 60F right now, I was demoing an aqua soil, and I really don't like it. It could have been a beautiful scape, but the soil was just garbage. It bricked on me. The aqua soil broke down really, really fast.
Okay.
And it turned hard.
So is ADA aqua soil? I was listening to some YouTube videos today on the car ride home, and somebody said it's essentially soil that's compressed. Is that what it is?
It's volcanic ash.
Okay.
Which is a great catalyst. I believe that the nutrients are introduced into it during the baking process.
Okay.
So it's volcanic ash, wetted, nutrients, and then baked.
Gotcha.
To a spherical shape, which is a great way to have. You need to have water flow in the soil as well as in the tank itself. So with that spherical shape and the nutrients, you can have 6 months is about the lifespan of the high nutrients from aquasol, ADA aquasol.
Can I get their opinion on tissue cultured plants, Kevin?
Tissue culture is the way to go. I know.
Thanks, Kevin. I have no tissue cultures.
Slack, you're doing something wrong.
I killed them all.
I don't know.
They froze. They were in my fridge and they all froze.
That's why you need a dedicated fridge.
Yeah.
Rachel told me 37 degrees. That's what she told me. And
I thought it was 57.
he said 37. I think she sabotaged me.
Maybe. But I personally don't mind tissue cultures. I could go for either or. There's a lot more variety though in submerged grown than you can get through tissue culture.
Yeah, tissue cultures are nice because you get a lot for the cup size usually. Like
Yeah.
$15, you're getting like a lot of plants.
Yeah, you'll get a decent portion. But if you're looking for something exotic, hence a Nubius pinto or Nubius variegated, something like that, you're not going to get it in tissue culture.
Could they grow the variegated in tissue culture, or is it just that they haven't done it yet?
It's not a guaranteed with the variegated.
Okay.
It's an unstable mutation most of the time for anything variegated.
Right.
I have, good example, I have variegated AR Mini, and it's no longer variegated.
Oh, okay. I have some over there too.
Well, that's the Lila.
No. I have some other ones that I got.
okay.
When I got it completely grown immersed, you can see that it's all variegated. Put it in my tank. It's
My
completely
Pinto
back
is
to
going
normal.
green, for instance.
Yeah.
See, you're the only person I've seen with that problem. My pinto is still white.
My Pinto actually got to the point where it looked like Snow White. That's how white it got.
Well, I think what he's calling Pinto is probably my Nubius white.
No. You can come upstairs and see my pinto. All my pinto is white.
I'm just gonna take it all and test it.
Oh, you're crazy. You're crazy. My pinto is very valuable to me.
Soldier Boy asks, hey Justin, I'm planning to plant out a new 75 gallon. What would you advise for light for a 75 gallon?
As I tell everybody, clients to people I advise, plan your scape and then choose your light. Depends on what you want. There's so many different variances of light, different kinds of LEDs, T5s. I mean, I'm a halide guy, T5 and halide guy, but I like a warmer tone in my tanks because of the plants that I use. If you're going to do a 75 gallon Ulagumi, then
I'd say LEDs.
yeah, LEDs is the way to go because most LEDs use a cool white, which means your greens will just look greener. If you want to do something closer to a Dutch, you would have to go with T5s because that's the only way to really appreciate the color that you're going to put in the Dutch. So plan your scape and then choose your light, do research, see what kind of output the light has.
Yeah, pretty much match your plants to your light.
I'm actually not sure about that, but you could get some really nice red from the twin stuff.
They're not as nice.
It's true, but you could still, like, if you can't really afford the T5, or you don't want to cough up the cash for the bulbs, you could go
I mean,
with the twin
T5
stuff.
fixtures have really dropped in price, and the bulbs not negligible.
Oh, yeah, no, true.
I mean, I just got a 36-inch dual T5 on Amazon for $44.
I will tell this.
Anyone ever kept a black ghost knife?
Yes, I've kept them. They're very cool. I like them personally. I used to keep them in groups of 3. I'd turn off the lights, and then at night you would see them swimming around, and they would chase each other. It's kind of cool.
Christian's the fish guy out of the duo.
Advice on growing Java moss at the fastest rate. Ooh, you're the moss.
I mean, your tip that you gave me worked freaking pretty good. So.
I mean, in general, most mosses like cool water and keeping detritus out. Java moss is my least favorite of all the mosses. You don't need to do anything to have that take over a tank in a couple of months.
You know, I've had some people write to me and say, I had Java moss and it all died.
Yeah, that happens.
But I wonder if they, because I asked them, I'm like, well, where did you get it? Was it grown immersed? Like, because the immersed stuff that I've ordered before completely dies.
Really?
Completely dies. Turns brown, dies. Does not.
Never had moss melt ever.
Well, it was because it was grown completely immersed. It's like they harvest it. I don't know. It just did not work well.
Warmth is a really good way. Moss likes cooler water.
Also, water changes. You gotta keep up with the water changes.
Or be like me and don't.
And get a build up of detritus. Probably the best tool when you have a lot of mosses in a tank is simply a baster. Go in, take that baster, blow all that crap that builds up in and out. because you get a nice buildup of nutrients in there. You get some BBA. BBA is an awful type of algae because it doesn't just infest your tank. Anything it attaches to, it'll dissolve. I didn't think it would go this way. I did an experiment. I saw BBA growing on a ram's horn shell, and I just let it go. I put one about the same size, just put it in a jar, let it go, and the BBA literally dissolved the ram's horn shell.
Damn.
So it's an important thing to control. If nothing else, it'll eat the plants. It doesn't need light. You just need treat it like coral, like a bad coral. Get it out of the flow and get it out of your tank.
So I have a theory that I'm working with, and you may know more about it than me. But whenever I've seen blackbeard algae, when you treat it, it still usually comes back on that area. So I found it's best to remove it, and then once you eradicate it, it just doesn't come back.
Yeah.
Have you found that infected leaves continuously get infected?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get an infected leaf, chop that sucker off.
Right. Okay. Because that's kind of what I was like, playing around with, and I'm like, this has got to be a thing, but I can't find anybody that's ever like said that. They're all like, oh, you could treat it, and I'm like, yeah, but you treat it, it comes back.
It's just because people, they're plants, they're going to replenish.
But I feel like that leaf, once it's damaged, it's like...
Yeah, it's a weakened leaf.
Well, it's also difficult when you have like something slow growing that catches blackbeard algae, like a nubius, and then you have to chop off the leaf. It's just like, do you really want to do that? It's already a slow growing plant.
Well, somebody has a nubius that grows slow. I don't know who that is.
I have no idea what you're talking about here, pal. The cryptocoryne balzani plant I bought from you is doing well. 1 leaf melted and 3 more grew in its place. How do I properly?
So most cryptocorynes, they develop little offshoots that'll grow by the base. I believe, how did you say it?
Balzani.
I call it balasni. I don't know.
I see balzani.
I don't know. The names
like
are...
balsamic vinegar.
Yeah, kind of.
Doesn't the balzani shoot runners?
It can, yeah.
Yeah. So some crypts shoot like runners out like several inches away from the plant.
Either grow, almost all crypts, the bulb or they'll shoot out runners.
Yeah.
I've had, well, depends conditions.
Right. Yeah, I've seen some that shoot runners out. I saw some guy shot out a foot across his tank. He's like, my plant's here, and the baby plant was all the way on the other side.
Like
of the
I've had
tank.
Lucia do both.
Yeah. And other ones will just form a clump. The best thing you can do for crypts is kind of just leave them be until you just see a ton of offshoots in the center mass, and then you pick them off. Because once you uproot the plant, you kind of stop it doing all the babies. It has to reroot, reestablish, and it can just stunt its growth essentially.
What size tank did you have your knife? I believe I had a 29 gallon. This was like 10 years ago. So I believe I had a 29 gallon.
What's up, Jenny? How's it going? Algae. How to get rid of a green water algae? Pretty much just water changes and reduce light in feeding. That's what I find.
You're talking about water changes, pal?
Well, listen, I always recommend for people to do water changes. I just choose not to.
I say a blackout. It's the quickest and easiest way.
Water?
Yeah.
I'd say do a two-day blackout. Do 75% water changes both days.
Yeah, you normally just have too much light and a buildup of nutrients, so yeah.
Well, normally when people say, oh, I got green water, it's like, oh, my lights are on for 10 hours a day. And, and they barely have, they have 4 plants in their tank. So it's like, no, you reduce your light levels. Usually goes away when someone do 50% or more water changes.
Pretty much. Who's your friends? Do they have YouTube channels? Yes, we have Brooklyn Hardscape as a YouTube channel. I'm Christian G, and then that's Kevin Kelly. That's my business partner right there.
So Jenny, these guys are professional aquascapers. If you want to know why they're here, what makes them qualified?
You reached out to us, pal.
Although Christian decides not to wear a Mono's jacket and loses everything.
I don't know what you're talking about, pal.
Where's the Mono's jacket? Oh, you still don't have it on. At this point, you should have it like glued to you.
It's in a picture frame. All right.
Oh.
I have it up on my wall.
It's doing you real good there.
Yo, I mean, you gotta keep the value.
Are you gonna explain the story or?
Well, yeah, go.
This is gonna be a long story. Pal, can I get it back? I'm kind of parched.
Go upstairs and get it.
Come on, dude. I'm the guest.
Mikasa and Sukasa, go.
I'm the guest, dude.
Just go ahead.
Alright, guys, come on. You guys gotta come in on this.
You
gotta get me the bev. Wow, I definitely need tips on aquascaping. Okay, I could definitely help you out on that. But you gotta help me out and get
go upstairs. Don't worry.
I'm the guest.
Margaret's not gonna kill you.
Here, I'll go upstairs. You tell the story.
No, you tell the story.
I don't want to tell the story.
I don't want to tell the story.
I had the opportunity to work with Oliver Knott in Germany. It was a great experience.
Hold on. For those that don't know who Oliver Knott is, studied under Takashi Amano. If you don't know who Takashi Amano is, Takashi. I call him. What did I say to?
Anyway, the godfather of aquascaping, Mr.
Yeah.
Amano. I had a chance to work with Oliver in Europe for a week and a half, and one of the thank yous that he gave me was Amano's jacket, which is obviously half the size of my body.
Yeah, Amano was a small Asian man,
A small Japanese man
who has since passed away. So you're gonna drink Pediasure.
Yeah, it was.
You are such a child.
What do you mean?
Now
I'm
you know
still
why
a
I call
growing
you
boy.
little.
I'm
Yeah,
still a
yeah. Let
growing
me
boy.
tell you, you're a
Yeah,
growing
but I'm
boy.
taller than you.
Yeah.
Anyway, Oliver gave me Amano's jacket, and being Christian's my business partner, and I don't know, my friend most of the time.
Little spoon.
Yeah, like 20% of the time.
I passed it on to him, which apparently was a big hubbub for a hot second.
Easiest low life carpeting.
Monte Carlo.
Monte Carlo, Marsilia.
Or just straight up moss. Moss carpet works. It's easy to maintain, easy to propagate.
Is he really drinking Pediasure? Margaret says.
Yes, I'm so. I'll return it.
Yeah,
I just didn't see anything else to drink.
Water?
Oh my God, there's Sprite on the counter. Yeah, you could have Sprite.
No, go get me a Sprite.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go return this.
Christian is young.
Christian is still 17.
You're talking a lot of disrespectful right now.
He's 20.
Okay, he's 20. I'm sorry.
He's half my age.
Yeah, but you don't look that old, Kevin.
Aww.
Aw. You know, I was looking I was looking through your old pictures with you with hair. I'm like, no, you need to go back to that.
Oh. Well, I had a stage where I didn't give a crap about anything, and I had a beard like down to here and hair like down to here. Yeah, I looked awesome. I looked like crawled out of some cave in the mountains.
He looks like a high schooler. That he does. That he does. He's a little boy.
You can rent him though for $20 a day. He's very pretty.
Do we split that $10 each, or?
You could do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
He does dishes. He likes mopping floors. I don't know what it is. He's retarded.
Does he really? Was that what he was doing instead of coming to AE? Was he mopping floors?
Well, he's got rabbits, little bunnies. So they're always
Just because
good
I was
bunnies.
upstairs doesn't mean I didn't hear you guys. All right.
Oh, were you on the live stream?
Alright, over these conversations. Looks like my age and I'm 18. I do not look like a high schooler. That is wild disrespectful. Christian looks so young. How old is he? Hey guys, just an MTS are looking good. Okay, I don't know.
Yeah. So Dave says out of 7 of the Malaysian trumpet snails I sent him, only 1 died, which is awesome because.
You won't see those guys ever again, by the way.
Yeah, they'll hide in your substrate except for at night.
Well,
They're
I
awesome.
mean, unless you have pure white, because you see them all over the goldfish tank. But that's okay. I'm fine with them. They make it so I don't have to vacuum that substrate. It's great.
If you've got, thank you very much. If you have a sand substrate, they are your friend. They're absolutely your friend. They're the best you can do. Also, if you have puffers, puffers won't really eat them. So.
Assassin snails won't touch them.
Really? Assassin snails won't eat them?
Yeah. Well, they will, but it takes a lot of work for them. They have to be starving to go after them.
Oh, okay.
Don't use the R word, please.
I don't know what the R word was.
Yeah, I don't know what the
Maybe
R word.
retarded?
No.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
No, I said it. It was me.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
And then he said the Ludwigi is looking okay, but the hornwort is no bueno. So Dave, just message me. I'll send you a replacement for the hornwort, or something else if you want.
People think I'm 15 when I'm
We have
21.
Ice. Justin is a bad host.
He's a very bad host.
You could have used the. Why
See a
didn't you use
picture
the
of
fridge?
Jenny.
Yeah.
See if she actually looks 15.
Well, what's your social media?
Jenny Lee. She does look very young.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like extremely young. I thought she was 16, and she says she's 21. Now that's news to me. I literally thought she was like 16.
Well, she should come
What's
as a
your
Christian.
what's your come on, dude. What's your Instagram?
I don't think. What's her Instagram? I think it's Jenny Lee. I don't remember. She has a YouTube channel, Jenny Lee.
Yeah. So when I turned 20, I looked. Yo, that's the only thing that we have going for us. That's the only thing we have going for us.
What moss grows fast?
Spiky moss.
I think that's immersed only though, because some immersed that grow. My shit is not growing that quick.
Wow, watch your language.
Language.
My stuff is not growing that quick.
We need to be advertiser friendly so we can get ads.
I'm so sorry. YouTube _Jenny. Got you. But yeah, I don't know. Mine wasn't growing back.
My spiky moss was increasing in mass twice a week, 2 times.
But you were running CO2. I'm running no CO2.
Yeah, CO2.
Flame moss grows pretty quick for me.
I never worked with flame moss.
Actually, you know what's growing ridiculously fast? Queen moss.
Yes, queen moss. I have a lot of it right now.
You know what? It's like, but it's so it's like still rare. Like not a lot of people have it.
I never played
I've got
around
like
with
2 softballs of it.
Yeah, I literally got 2 strands. From that, I propagated out 6 or 8 portions, and now I have like another 6 portions that I could propagate.
I don't know what it is for me, but queen's moss is like a BBA magnet.
Really? I haven't had any.
I think it's just me.
Any algae whatsoever on it. It's just been working great. Should I trim my moss or let it go?
Trim it. It's like the more you trim it, the faster it grows.
Yeah, it's like a hedge outside your house. If you have one of those hedges, you keep whacking at it to carve a shape, and it just keeps sending out more offshoots, and that's essentially what it does.
Definitely, yeah. Keep it trim and keep it clean.
But when you do trim it, turn off your filter so it doesn't blow all over the place, and so you can try and scoop it out or plant it elsewhere.
Well, that's why I like only one type of moss per tank.
Yes.
Because
unlike me, I have 20 in one tank right now.
I don't like my mosses mixing.
I mean, you're like me and you mix spiky moss and creeping moss together.
Java moss is crazy for you guys. Was the easiest little like carpeting plant. We went over that. We said Marsilia and 4-leaf clover and or Marsilia is 4-leaf clover. Dwarf 4-leaf clover, Monte Carlo.
You're selling these plants?
Sponsoring us, I brought you a bunch of Marisol and Minuta.
I like goodies.
No, don't look at me like that.
You're so disrespectful, Bob. I've been asking that for you for what, years? I mean, you don't give me anything, you give Justin.
Yep. That's right.
Just come and take it out of my house anytime.
I know, I'm just kidding.
Marianne says I should give you a timeout for your language. We have to go sit in the corner.
Yeah,
Does that mean he's getting spanked? Because I want to watch.
No, it's not okay.
Are you sure? You don't want a spanking there?
No, so how's the vodka Red Bull?
What vodka and Red Bull? You're not old enough to drink.
Yeah, about that.
Oh, Instagram live stream went down. Boom. That's it. So we're almost at our hour. We got 9 minutes left. How's Margaret doing? She's good. She's pregnant. Dealing with a sick child right now upstairs, so not fun. He was throwing up in the car ride home. I thought he was like gonna like gag on his freaking throat.
Why are you looking at me? That just reminds me of Victor.
What, Vic?
Oh, yeah, one of our hiccups. We had Victor with us, but he got car sick.
What, on the way here? Oh, that was you. Were you bringing him with you?
Yeah, he had stuff
okay.
to give you. In trade for credit.
Yeah, but that we kind of had to back him back home.
Unacceptable.
Thanks, is the Lugia hybrid red a fast grower? Hope I planted it right. Just put this.
Yeah.
Why would you put that in sand? I'm just curious.
Well,
it is a fast grower, but I wouldn't keep that in sand.
Yeah, especially the sand compacts. You'll never get it to root, and it'll just rot at a substrate level. In my experience, I mean, there's some people who can do all kinds of stuff. I mean, I do stuff that most people can't do, like UG Rotec, without using Excel. What? Hey, remember I had the whole tank of UG?
Oh yes.
No Excel, just in water with some rocks and some fish.
Do you love your wife? Or I don't even think that's a question.
I can't answer that question. I mean, of course it's her. If she's watching, of course it's her.
Ah, of course. What is the plant and rock you use?
Wait, do you love your wife or plant business better? Oh, I mean, you told me that you like your plant business better.
Shut up, Kevin.
What is the plant and rock you use the most on Aquascaping? Kevin? Let's see if you answered this one truthfully.
Well, we had a lot of Oko, Dragonstone, so I used Dragonstone for a long time, so I worked my way through it.
So Dragonstone seems to be the easiest because
you can carve it, it's easy to break up, it's lightweight. If I had to pick my favorite stone versus what I use the most, I would say Frodo Stone, which is really hard to get in the States.
Frodo.
Like what like the Jake had in AE last year. It's a very beautiful, multicolored stone. I can give you a video of me picking up some 108-pound Frodo Stone. But I'd say, because I do so many tanks and my tanks have a turnover, Monte Carlo for a carpet, Oko Stone or Siru. What other plants do I use? There's a lot of Marisol Minuta. UG is one of my favorite carpeting plants. I love UG.
Butterfly and
I use a lot of butterfly. You know better than I do. I don't even know. I just throw stuff around. I'm like,
Pentaphala, he uses a lot of Pentaphala.
What style aquascapes do you have at home? Like,
right
is
now,
it
set up?
Yeah, is it all different cottons or is
Yeah, I
it
have
a
all different
theme?
styles.
Okay.
Except for Irugumi, I don't have any Irugumi.
I want to do one of those.
See,
I'm about to.
my personal favorite hardscape would probably be Lava Rock.
What? Nothing?
Did you say?
Nothing.
You like lava rock?
Well, lucky I thought tone on this, but yeah. So I probably would go with Lava Rock. As far as favorite plant, Kevin knows this by heart already. My favorite plant would have to be a Nubius Pinto. I just like the fact that it's different. It gives you like that kind of wow factor. It's not natural or anything, but I mean, whatever. You just see Kevin over here. It's not important. It's okay. But yeah, I'd probably say Lava Rock and Nubius Pinto are my favorite plants.
I'm curious. Why do you like lava rock? To me, it's not an aquascaping stone. I just look at it like
Lava Rock's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could definitely do a lot of things with Lava Rock.
And anything will root in it.
Yeah.
If you wanted to grow, if you really wanted to, you could carve out a rock in Lava Rock, put a little bit of aqua soil, and you could grow stems out of there.
Yeah, you should see what I'm carving out for you right now. And growing it out for you, so it'll be ready to plant when I'm done.
Nice. Except we're gonna need a different tank because
Yeah, this tanks need to be like. I built it to be like 12, 13 inches high tank.
okay.
Seem to have trouble with stem plants. Any specific thing they need? What kind of stem plants are you using, first of all? Depending on what you're using, I'd say substrate. You could go for CO2 and light fertilizers.
Yeah, I'm sorry. No, go ahead. You want me to go or you want to go?
You could try me.
With stem plants, it's really important because they're water column feeders mostly. So it's really important to have good nutrients in the water column. Otherwise, the plants won't be able to feed. Every node is an individual plant and will put out roots. So where the leaves come out, with the stem, and there's like a little knob.
Do you want to draw? I got a
Yeah, I can
blackboard.
You're the artist.
Hold on. Where's my? You got the good marker.
I'll explain it.
But not with the permanent marker. Where the hell's all my good markers?
Yo, hell, you got an eraser or something?
Why is it stuck on there?
Yeah, dude.
Anyway, when the leaf comes out, there's like a little, like you have the stem, and there's a little node. The stem comes up, and the leaves come out like this. Each little below and above the node is a separate plant. So it's a nutrient absorber. So you really, to have healthy plants, you got to make sure that they're getting the nutrients out of the water column.
I thought I had a marker.
Oh, you're using Lagugia. Yeah, Lagugia, I'd say just fertilize your water column. It's gonna absorb a lot of nutrients out of the water column. Whiteboard time. Yeah, unfortunately we couldn't get that to work out. I'm sorry. Cool stuff. I'm trying to carpet with
H2O plants is better than aquarium co-op.
The fertilizer. But, well, here it is. Vital and Easy Green are identically the same as far as their nutrient amounts that they add into an aquarium, according to his analysis and mine. They're exactly the same. Vital X is way more concentrated than both of them. So I have two. Regular Vitals mainly for the beginner with a low tech, low light tank, and yeah. I'm trying to carpet with pearlweed in my 55 gallon. I've done that before.
Pearlweed's actually really easy to carpet.
Pearlweed is good, but you have to stay on top of trimming.
Well, yeah, no.
You have to trim it like.
But I feel like that's with anything.
No, Monte Carlo, I haven't had to trim that at all. It's just creeping.
Yeah, but eventually you'll start layering it up and you'll get like.
Well, no, pearlweed starts growing straight up if you don't have enough light or CO2.
Are you older than Robert from Flip Aquatics? You guys look like the same age. I'm definitely not the same age as Robert, that's for sure. Kevin?
I think I'm older. I'm not sure. It's a good question.
Yeah, I think he's mid-30s.
Yeah, is he even mid-30s? I thought he was early 30s or late 20s.
I prefer H2O fertilizer. I've never used
it just makes me feel better because it means I'm aging better.
I find it kind of stupid to chime in.
I'll have to,
I'm so sorry. I'm
gonna have to give you some H2O plants fertilizer now for you to.
Hey, if it's
so
not
you
European,
could endorse
I don't
it.
want
So
it.
you could.
If it's not European, I don't want it.
Oh damn! Why can't you get American made, bro?
No, I like my Germans out there.
Hopefully in the future one of us will be having our own fertilizers. Very different.
And we'll put Dustin over here.
Well, we're just gonna rebrand it as Vital and Vital X. We'll get the new formula. It'll be like the new Coke.
You see what this guy's fucking this little. My substrate is black diamond sand. Never used that before.
I have it in the 55.
I don't have my reading glasses, to be honest.
Was having no success. Floating water sprite. It kept dying off, stuck in the sand, and it's been taking off. That is very weird. I've never heard of water sprite dying in the water column, and then once you put it into the sand,
a lot of people have that problem. It can be a lot of different things. It could be flow. It could be an issue where water sprite has very delicate roots. So if you just beaten the roots up, the plant will go to crap.
Yeah. I have black diamond blossom sand. I mixed it with Eco Complete. It's good. It works.
I've never used it.
I mean, I know you're looking at me like, why would you use Eco Complete? Well, you know.
Yeah, Eco Complete is like the Honda Civics.
It works.
I like Honda Civics.
The Honda Civics are garbage. If you're not talking Beamer or Mercedes, I don't want to be talking to you.
You're so Polish. It hurts my soul.
What you mean?
Alright guys, we are at the hour mark, so that's gonna pretty much do it.
If you guys want to last another hour, you should start commenting now.
No, you guys should just get here when, you know.
Hey, yo, pal, it was like 10 minutes into the live chat when we got.
It's really hard for us to get out there without reliable transportation.
I know, this is.
And unfortunately, we're not getting paid by someone for this. So you're even
sorry.
You're even lucky I came to
sorry.
this nonsense.
I'm sorry. Who spent $300 to get stone here for Kevin? That was me.
That's not me though.
I don't like Osmocote. What are your thoughts about Osmocote fertilizer under the substrate for roof feeders?
I've never used it.
I mean, a lot of people will disagree with me on this, but this is my personal opinion, not a fact. I think Osmocote fertilizer is a bad idea. No matter what, they work their way to the surface, and then you have little balls of nutrients that can literally pop at any time. I've noticed significantly more algae problems when I'm using Osmocote than anything else.
What I actually do with it when I set up a new tank is I sprinkle some at the bottom and then put the substrate on top.
Its way up.
I haven't had any issues. If you make it deep enough, just make it like 2 inches.
I forgot.
Jenny Lee, yeah, definitely hit us up at any time, either on Facebook. Hit us up on Facebook or Instagram is probably the easiest way.
Brooklyn Hardscape. You can follow Kevin on Instagram at RossFet. You can follow me on Instagram at ChristianG33. My tank that this guy keeps posting up, that's my tank, that's my work. I'm sure he tags me. He took down my watermarks, but keeps tagging me. Added in his own watermarks, but I'm not gonna say anything.
I told you why.
It doesn't seem like you changed much on that picture.
I'm trying to make my 20-gallon long into a forest theme. Absolutely, I can totally help with you.
Actually, I have some good ideas for that.
Yeah. There's a couple of different styles for forest themes, so hit me up, we'll go back and forth.
We will soon have a web page dedicated, or a page on the website dedicated to these guys as far as contacting them for custom scapes, or if you're local and need something for your business.
Where is Christian from? What do you mean by that?
We're both from Brooklyn.
And both Polish.
Well, I'm only half.
Why you gotta throw that in there?
I'm pretty sure Kevin's Christian's dad, but we have yet to get the DNA results back.
His mom is good looking.
I mean, we have to go on Maury for that. Alright guys, I will see you next Wednesday. Stay tuned for this weekend for a video. And follow these boys, Brooklyn Hardscapes, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff. And I'll see you on the next one.
And I'll see you on the next one. Yes.
I hate you.
What you mean?